Idaho Stampers, I think all of you know by now how much I love Halloween. I don't love the blood, guts, and gore, but I do like all the cute, adorable things that go along with it. And with that, I love to make elaborate little treats for the kids and for friends of ours. So I'm going to start with my treat box here, made with the envelope template box. I'm going to show you how to make the box first, and then I'm going to show you how to make this cute, adorable little witch with our ornament punch. So let's get started. The first thing that I need is my envelope punch board, and that is this right here. I've showed you how to use it before, but I'll go over it again with you. Right here is the board, okay? It gives you all of the measurements right here. We do have directions. We have two punches, one that has a notch and one that has a rounding corner. And it also comes with a little scoring tool, okay? So what I did was I started off with a piece of 6 7/8 by 6 7/8 cardstock, and that's because I looked at my 4x4 envelope, and it says to use 6 by 7/8 and 6 by 7/8. The first score is going to be 3.5. So we're going to make this the first part of it we're going to make just like a regular envelope. So I'm going to go over to the 3.5 up here on top, okay, which is right here. So we're going to go over to the 3.5. I'm going to take my scoring tool, and I always start from the bottom here so that you know right where the little gully is, and you're going to go just up here like this, and then you're going to take and you're going to punch. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to turn it around. You're not going to use this this little measurement here anymore. We're going to use this little pointer thing right here, and you're going to start in the little gully, and you're going to go all the way up again, and then you're going to punch, and then you're going to take and you're going to turn. You're going to put the pointer in the gully, and you're going to score, and then punch and turn. This is going to be our last one for this, okay? And this is how you would make a regular 4x4 envelope. So if I was to make an envelope, I would just fold up the sides and glue it together. But we're going to make a box out of this. And I want a box that measures a little bit bigger than 3x3. And I did this on one of my projects earlier. There's another video out there for the for my little 3x3 cards, and what I explained to you is if I'm making an envelope, that's exactly the way I do it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to 2 7/8, or 2 5/8, excuse me, and I'm going to score all the way around, okay? So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it from down here all the way up, and I'm going to punch. And as you can see, I'm making this square inside here smaller, okay? And I just wanted it to be about a 1/2 inch in the middle there. Now this time, if I was making an envelope, I would disregard this up here, but because we're making a box, I need to go at 2 5/8 inch all the way around, okay? So I'm just going to line it up here, and go up, and punch, and turn it, put it at 2 5/8, score, punch, turn it 2 5/8, we're going to score, and punch. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to cut all of these little squares out right here, and these are helpful to try and show you how to do that. So let me just quickly show you how to cut these out. See what I'm cutting? I'm just cutting out this whole triangle right here, okay? And you're going to do that all the way around. Okay, now we have our piece, and it looks like this. I'm going to take my scoring blade, and I'm just going to take and go all the way around, and it's just like a bone folder. You're just going to take and you're just going to crease your scoring marks all the way around. And this is just to make a nice crisp box. Okay, and then we will take and we'll glue it together. Okay. So we're going to take and we're going to glue it together. But before we do that, for the bottom of our box right here, what we need to do is put a little hole for our lollipop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cutting mat, or my piercing mat, and I'm going to find the middle of the bottom of my box, and I'm going to take my piercer, and I'm just going to find the center of it, and I'm just going to wiggle it around so it's big enough for the lollipop. And let's just make sure that that fits inside there, and it does very, very well. Okay, so what we have now is our lollipop poking out through the bottom. We have the sides all glued in, and now I'm going to take a 7-inch piece of ribbon, and I'm going to just adhere that to the front. And what that does is it holds the lollipop in place as well as adding an embellishment to it. Okay, so we're just going to take and tie a little bow right here. And we are ready to embellish the top of our box. What I used for the enclosure of the box are just some mini Velcro dots that I got at Walmart. And you're just going to take and you're going to peel those up. I take and I put the two of them together, okay? Put the two of them together and then line up your box so it's nice and even. And after you do that, just press it down and you're good to go. You got a nice square box ready for the embellishments. Okay, so let's take and show you how to do that. And now it's time to embellish our box. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is to put our layers on. And the first layer right here is our black layer, and that is 3 by 3. And the next layer is a tangerine tango, and what I did was I took pumpkin pie and I sponged all the way around it. I also added my sentiment, Happy Halloweens, and that comes from Teeny Tiny Wishes. And I'm just going to adhere that onto my box. Okay? So my box is done as far as that goes. Now we have to make this adorable, cute little witch. I started that with the ornament punch in the Holiday Mini, and if you look closely, you can see that this is the ornament. This is her nose, okay, right here. And I took and I sponged all the way around that with my old olive sponge just to give it a little bit more of a 3D look. And I cut off the little knob on the end, okay, so this makes it look more like her ear. I'm going to take my silicone mat and I'm going to actually construct my witch on my silicone mat. Okay, the next thing that I did was I took from the Best of Halloween, I took and I used my heat and stick powder and I made one of these hats. I'll show you that real quick because a lot of people still don't know how to use heat and stick powder. I'm going to stamp the hat on the black with my Versamark pad, and then I'm going to take my heat and stick powder and throw that onto the hat that I just embossed. The hat that I just used the Versamark on. Okay? So there's my heat and stick powder. Now heat and stick powder can be very temperamental, okay? What you need to know is that you do not overheat the heat and stick powder, because if you overheat the heat and stick powder, it's going to dry itself out. So I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to use it on the high speed and get it hot. We're going to heat it up, and as soon as you see it turning, you want to stop. Okay. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our black glitter to it. Throw it inside here. It's hard to see because we're going black on black, but we're just going to take and throw our black glitter on there. Okay? Can you see that? And then we have to reheat it. Okay? So we're going to take that and we're going to reheat it. And that sets the black glitter into the heat and stick powder. And it's that easy. So this time you can heat it just a little bit longer. Okay? Heat and stick powder, it's good stuff, especially for glitter. Glitter, flock, any of that kind of stuff. And then what I did was I took the little hat and I cut it out. Okay? So the next thing that you're going to do is cut out your hat, and we'll go back to, I want my silicone mat down there. So now what we need to do is we need to add the little hair to our witch, and we're going to do that behind this. So what I did was I just cut some pieces of black cardstock, and I do that with my cutter, but you can also do it with just a pair of scissors and trimming it up, okay? Just as long as, you know, as much or as little hair as you want. And then I made a longer section for the longer pieces right here. And what I like to do is just to kind of squish them up before I add them to my piece. Okay, you just want to wrinkle them just so she doesn't look like she's got straight, unmanageable hair. Okay, so we got them all scrunched up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to put some snail on the back of my hat. And that's why this silicone pad is wonderful for doing punch art, because the more you glue on tiny little pieces, the better it doesn't stick. And that's exactly what you're looking for. I just put some more snail adhesive on that, and I'm going to add the longer pieces also. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to trim around the sides where the hat is. Okay, so I'm just going to take and just trim around the outsides of my hat, just like this. Okay, and now I have her hair. Okay, so now we have her hair. It doesn't look real great right now, but we're going to put it on her head in just a minute. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put snail on my head and add our little pieces of hair. Okay, is it looking better now? Okay, and you can just kind of take and tuck this behind her ear, which is right there. Okay, tuck it behind her ear. And now we need to cut off some of her bangs because we want to be able to see her eyeballs. So I just kind of give her a little bangs. Just give her little bangs up on top there. You can trim off as much or as little as you want. I took the owl punch and I punched out just one circle from the owl punch. Again, using your silicone mat, the adhesive stays on the eyeball but not on the mat. Now for her eye, okay, what I did was I took a pearl and I colored it with a black Sharpie marker like this. I took the marker and I just colored it, and after I colored it I just picked it up with my paper snips and landed it onto her eyeball. Okay, just like that. Then, if you can see this, I have a little wart, and I took you can either do a pearl and use green Sharpie marker, or in this case I took a rhinestone and colored the rhinestone in black or in green, and I lifted that up, and that's going to be her little wart. Okay, so we're going to put the wart right on her nose, and then I took my black marker and I just made her little mouth. Okay, and you're just going to kind of make it little and adorable. Okay, so there we have part of our little witch's face. I'm going to take and put some pop dots on these. Okay, let's get this stuff out of here. I'm going to take it, I'm going to put some pop dots on this so that we can pop it onto our little piece right here. And put one up here on her hat. Okay. And we're going to take and attach that to our piece right here. And you can make it set off a little bit. Now, we're missing a couple of things. We're missing this little line right here. And what I did was I took my multi-purpose Tombow glue and I just drew a little line right across here like this. Okay, nice straight line. And then added some of our new orange glitter. So I'm going to take and put that there. Add a little bit of glitter. Okay, and that's going to give us the offset from the black and the orange. And okay, there's her little band. And then the next piece is just a discontinued punch, but I save all my punches. And what I did was I just punched out a little bat, and I put the rhinestones. These are black rhinestones. I hope you can see them. They're black rhinestones, and what I did was they were regular rhinestones, and I colored them just like I did her eye and her nose. And that is the end of the piece. It's just a cute little Halloween piece. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions, please hop on over to my blog at www.stamplade.com, and you will see all the measurements and step-by-step instructions. So take care. I hope you enjoyed it, and come back soon.